Membrane keyboard. Membrane keyboards are the most widely used type of keyboard on the planet, commonly found in office environments, retail checkout registers, entry-level PC builds, and everyday setups. You see them everywhere because the internal design is extremely basic, relying simply on rubber dome caps sitting over a shared underlying circuit sheet. These components are cheap to mass produce. Beyond being budget-friendly, membrane boards are popular because they operate quietly. The soft rubber domes cushion every keystroke, keeping noise levels down while typing. However, because of these rubber components, durability is pretty limited. Over time, key responsiveness degrades, causing keys to occasionally fail to register. When a key stops working, you can't replace or repair it individually, since the whole layout is integrated into that single bottom sheet. Eventually, you just have to throw the board away and replace it. That's why a lot of users dislike membrane boards and choose mechanical alternatives instead. Mechanical keyboard. Mechanical keyboards are fully customizable setups widely favored by gamers, software developers, writers, and heavy daily typists. Unlike membrane designs that rely on a single rubber mat underneath, mechanical boards place an independent physical switch beneath every single key. This means if a particular key fails, you can easily remove the faulty switch, pop in a replacement, and get the board working again. Speaking of switches, they come in a few core types: linear, clicky, and tactile. Each style produces a distinct sound and feel when pressed. Red switches are linear. They offer a completely smooth press and quiet sound with no internal resistance bump. Gamers prefer this because nothing interferes with rapid, fast-paced key presses. Blue switches are clicky and loud, providing a sharp feeling that typists love, but they are far too noisy for shared spaces like open offices or libraries, which turns some people off. Brown switches are tactile. They give you that physical bump feedback without the high-pitched click, making them ideal for quiet typing environments. Mechanical boards also come in various form factors, though full-size and 10-keyless are the most common. A full-size layout includes a dedicated number pad on the right, which is essential for data entry, accounting, or Excel work. The 80% or TKL removes the numpad entirely, offering a smaller footprint that looks much cleaner on a desk. Scissor switch. Scissor switch keyboards feature a slim, ultra-low profile structure, commonly found inside almost every laptop and flat external boards like Apple's Magic Keyboard. This thin profile is achieved by replacing tall traditional stems with a small X-shaped plastic hinge that operates like a pair of scissors, requiring very little vertical clearance to press down. Because of this, scissor keyboards are extremely lightweight and often paired with portable tablets, making them perfect for freelancers or remote workers on the go. They are also very quiet, since they still use tiny rubber pads under the scissor mechanism. However, scissor switch keyboards aren't built to last forever. The internal rubber wears down over time, and the delicate scissor joints can break quickly if subjected to repeated, heavy pounding. So no, this style isn't built for gaming, which is why gamers usually choose optical keyboards instead. Optical keyboard. Optical keyboards are built specifically for fast-paced competitive gaming. Like traditional mechanical boards, they feature individual switches per key, but instead of physical metal contact points, optical switches use an internal infrared light beam. When you press a key down, it blocks that beam of light, and that beam interruption registers the keystroke instantly. Because light travels faster than physical metal flexing, response times are practically instant. This setup also means optical boards can outlast standard mechanical ones, since there is no physical contact creating friction inside the switch housing. Despite those perks, optical keyboards are noticeably more expensive than regular mechanical boards. And because mechanical boards are far more popular, optical boards offer fewer switch styles and limited customization options. Flexible keyboard. A flexible keyboard is a soft keyboard designed so you can roll or fold it up completely. This is made possible by building the entire board out of soft silicone. Thanks to its flexible build, it's a popular choice for travelers since it easily crams into a tight backpack pocket. Beyond portability, flexible keyboards are totally waterproof because silicone naturally repels liquids. But despite those unique features, typing on one is pretty frustrating. As you press the keys, the soft material underneath wobbles and bends, which often causes keystrokes to miss or fail to register. Ergonomic keyboard. Ergonomic keyboards are specifically designed to keep your hands and wrists in a comfortable posture while typing, making them ideal for streamers, authors, or office staff who type for long hours every day. Extended typing on a traditional straight keyboard forces your wrists into an unnatural inward angle, which can cause strain or pain over time. Ergonomic keyboards were developed to eliminate this issue. By changing the physical shape of the board, your hands rest in a far more natural position. They generally come in two designs: curved ergonomic and split ergonomic. Curved models remain a single unit, but the keys are laid out in a contoured arch that mirrors the natural reach of your hands. Split models, on the other hand, are separated into two completely independent halves, allowing you to angle and position each half wherever it feels most comfortable for your shoulders. Both options aim for the same goal: reducing wrist fatigue over long typing sessions. Split versions offer ultimate flexibility since you can space the halves as wide as you like. The main downside is that adapting to an ergonomic board takes a significant amount of practice, especially since key placements feel totally different. Split versions also claim more physical desk space since both pieces sit separately. Hall effect keyboard. Hall effect keyboards feature the most advanced switch tech on the market today, primarily used by high-end competitive esports players and power users wanting maximum customization. Just like mechanical and optical boards, Hall effect keyboards place an individual switch under every key, but instead of metal contacts or light beams, every switch contains a magnet paired with a sensor underneath. When you press down, the magnet moves closer to the sensor, which registers the keystroke based on magnetic strength. Because the magnet and sensor never touch, there are zero physical parts rubbing together to wear out, making Hall effect boards the most durable switch option available. What makes them truly special is a feature called adjustable actuation. This allows you to customize the exact distance a key must travel before it registers an input. In practice, during a competitive match, you can set keys to trigger with just a micro tap, whereas a standard mechanical switch requires a deeper press to activate. This gives you a serious edge when quick inputs matter. When you finish gaming, you can adjust the activation point deeper via software to prevent accidental typos while writing. Naturally, with all this technology, Hall effect keyboards are significantly pricier than other options, and adjustable actuation is complete overkill if you only use your computer for basic everyday tasks. Projection keyboard. Laser projection keyboards are definitely the most unusual option out there. Instead of using physical keycaps, a projection device beams a full keyboard layout onto any flat surface using a laser. When your finger taps a projected key, an optical sensor detects the location of your finger landing and sends the corresponding keystroke to your device. Since the keyboard itself is just a beam of light, the hardware unit is extremely compact and pocket-sized. Using Bluetooth connectivity, it easily pairs with almost any setup, including smartphones, tablets, and laptops. Unfortunately, projection keyboards are often pretty annoying to use in practice. To type accurately, you need ideal room lighting. If the room is too bright, the sensor struggles to track finger movements precisely. By the way, I've created several other cool videos as well, so make sure to check those out when you're done here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.